Hey everyone, it's August and my name's Rashawn. Yeah, I should have said that in a different order. But yeah, it's August and school's about to start, and for a lot of you, it's gonna be your first time being in college. So this video is gonna be giving some tips and advice for what you should know basically before stepping on campus. So the first tip I have for you guys is to make sure you know where all your classes are before classes start. Now, this could just be making sure you know where all the buildings are for your classes. You don't have to exactly have seen where each classroom is exactly in the building, but at least make sure you know where the buildings are, just so you're not one of those freshmen lost on the first week of school. Like, we laugh at y'all, no offense, but yeah. Um, yeah, you don't want to be late on the first day, stuff like that. So use your orientation for journeying the school, I should say. But make sure one of your priorities is to find where your classes will be. Personally, I did this. I made sure to, during orientation, like the last few days we had. Well, my orientation was just 3 days, but yeah, so when I got my schedule, I looked for my classes, I made sure I knew where they were located at, and I also found some other useful facilities right away just so I can know where to go to whenever I'll need to, like the bursar office, health office, stuff like that. Yeah, make sure you explore campus. So the second tip is to make sure you get to know some other students. Now, as an introvert myself, and specifically a shy introvert, I didn't care to like socialize during orientation. In fact, I was basically alone besides being with my family when they were there. So I still advise to try to make a few acquaintances. Don't worry about it too much because you can consider them as acquaintances for now, and it's likely that the people you meet during the first week aren't gonna be like your long term friends. They're probably gonna be like temporary relationships, like just lasting for the beginning of the semester, if not like the beginning of the first 2 weeks. Now, tip three is to not follow the wrong crowds. So I know I just said, try to get an acquaintance or a few acquaintances, but don't overdo it. Like, make sure whoever you acquaint with or become friends with aren't gonna lead you down into making like very bad decisions. Like, you're starting off a new slate when you start college. Like, how people see you, how people recognize you, your respectability, that's all like a new thing. Like, how your peers and teachers saw you in high school doesn't have to be the same way your professors and peers see you in college. Now, I don't want to get specific into what I mean by wrong crowds, but I will say, um, if you're with a group that wants to party every night, that might not be the best group for you as a college student because you don't want to get into the habit of partying every night. Okay, so tip four, make sure you make a good set, and I said set, of first impressions on your professors. That's cliche, but at the same time, it's pretty important because, you're starting a new journey. You're in college. You're going to not know everyone. You're going to be with new peers. These aren't your teachers that you knew from high school. These are new people, professors who can support you on your career path. Starting things out right with them will be very beneficial no matter how you look at it. Try to seem like the good student when you first meet your professors. Now, this has to be like for the first few weeks, not just the first day. But yeah, try to make sure you're on time to class, you're turning in your work on time, you're working hard for your grades. Try to do all of those things. And be engaged in class. That's going to be showing. Professors will be lenient towards you. and that's nice. Like, by lenient, I mean, let's say you forgot to bring your assignment to class, like it's due tomorrow. You finished it, but when you get to class the next day, you forget to bring it with you, and you're like, Professor, can I please bring it to you tomorrow? I left it in my room. Being a good student, they may actually believe you. They'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, just bring it to me tomorrow. But if you're a bad student, they're not gonna be as lenient towards you, and you're gonna notice it right away. Like, in the same situation, they would be like, no, that's a F or something like that. They won't believe you fully. They might just think you're lying to them. When you're a bad student, or I'm just using the word bad student as the vaguest thing I can say, but when you're a bad student, it's hard to lose that status. Like, how professors see you, it's gonna be hard to change that view. Once you're a bad student, they kind of just remember you as the bad student. And yeah, it's not easy to change. So start off right. Again, this is a new slate. This is a new journey. These people don't know you. So don't make them assume who you are based off of your first few weeks in school. And you may rebel and say that that's not fair, blah blah blah. It's human nature. You can't really, yeah, you can't really get too upset about it. Although I know it's upsetting. But yeah, started off as the good student, not the bad student. Okay, so tip number 5 is to start the semester strong. So that's self explanatory, but I'm still gonna explain it. Um, this is similar with tip 4. You want to be a good student for the first few weeks. I mean, you should be a good student. Anyways, yeah, you want to make the impression that you're a good student in the first few weeks of school. So make sure you also work hard in your classes in terms of like grades. In tip 4, I was mainly speaking on the behaviors, but one of the aspects of being a good student are how how hard working you are in class. I don't want to say how good your grades are, because you could be trying very hard and not making the best grades. But yeah, generally part of being a good student is how much you work on being on doing well. And this can show in your engagement in class, and how much questions you ask about assignments, um, how early you turn them in, because you might be seeing if your professor will allow you to make corrections, and that's fine, that's cool. So start the semester strong. Um, the scary aspect to this is like how I was saying in tip number 4, that it's hard to lose a bad status. It's similar with grades. Like, once you have a bad grade, it's hard to fix that. And let's use this example. Like, if you get a 50% on the first test ever in a class, you'll need to get 100% on the next 4 equally weighted tests just to get a 90 in the class. And that's crazy. Like, you have to go through 4 100% perfect grades just to get a 90% in the whole overall class. And that's crazy. So make sure that's a good incentive, right? To make sure you work hard from the very start. And another aspect to look at is habits. If you start off the semester procrastinating and all of that, we all know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be procrastinating throughout the semester, maybe even throughout the school year, maybe even throughout your 4 years. Don't let that happen, man. Like, yeah. Yeah. Habits are deadly, So make sure you have a habit of working hard in the beginning of the semester. That way you increase the likelihood that you'll continue to work hard throughout the semester. And that doesn't hurt. That's a pretty much a good thing. So consider that as well. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope those tips were or will be useful. Um, Again, it's based off of not just my experiences, but what I see from other students coming in. So these should be useful things to know. So hit the notification bell, subscribe. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can find me on social media. I have the links in my about page, but I'll I'll leave the usernames down below in the description, probably, maybe, I don't know. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and LinkedIn. Oh, and look out for personal branding videos. I'm gonna be making videos like that soon enough. I don't know when, but soon enough. So watch out for that. And yeah, leave a comment down below if you would like to give me some feedback. Yeah, I'm always gonna be appreciative of feedback. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you later.